Hello, everyone. Welcome in. If you are new here, my name is Kinny. I am a professional psychic medium, tarot reader, singer, songwriter, okay, professional witch and practitioner, okay? Thank y'all for being here. I want to go ahead and open up the channel, tapping into the energy of January, tapping into Capricorn energy, the energy of Saturn, tapping into the energy of Venus. It's Venus Day. Okay, I'm gonna be in here setting up my personal, like my Venus energy altar while I'm here. Yeah, tapping into La Santa Muerte. We already opened the channel before. Thank you for protecting me and covering my head, covering my crown, removing all maleficence, any and all malefic spirits. Welcome in, everybody. Okay, T-minus, 16 days till my 27th birthday. Okay, period. Speaking of January, if you're here on TikTok, thank y'all so much for tapping the screen. It really helps. I really appreciate it. If you are here on the tube, thank y'all so much for giving me a thumbs up. Thank y'all for hitting that subscribe button, okay, and the notification bell so you don't miss out whenever I post some new videos, okay, like this one. Happy New Year, happy January, everybody. Okay. Yeah, let me go ahead and put this back on. Happy New Year, okay. Happy January, everybody. Ooh. Okay. And I hope. Hi. Is that Letitia? Hey. I know it's been a long time, y'all. We back. So this is going to be a general reading, okay? Well, it's going to be about the different, aspects of January, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to see what's going on, okay? In general for the collective. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, okay? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into it. If anyone is interested in getting personal readings done here on live, readings are $20. My list is open, okay? That'll be done at the end of this reading, okay? So let's see what is going on during January, okay? Hi, Jasmine. Happy New Year. What can the collective expect for January as a whole? What is the general theme of January? Ooh. Okay, y'all. January, big energy. That also gives me a song Energy by Beyonce featuring Beam. I don't know which sign it was. Maybe it was Gemini. But there was that song that came up recently, okay? So I'm going to pick up these cards on the floor, but I do sense that all this big energy that's coming for January for this collective has to do with the fact that we're getting close to eclipse season, okay? We're going to have an eclipse on February 17th, okay? During Aquarius season, and then on March 3rd during Pisces season, okay? So it's going to be a solar eclipse in Aquarius. That's the first one in a long time. Okay, solar eclipse in Aquarius on February 17, 2026. Does this live say 2026? I sure hope so. And there's going to be a 2 weeks after that, that's going to be the, I want to say the last of the Virgo eclipses. It's going to be a lunar eclipse in Virgo and Pisces on March 3rd, 2026, okay? I just got well rested for the last eclipse, I know, and now we're entering into a whole new eclipse cycle. I just seen this lady's video the other day, and she was talking about how, all 4 eclipses this year are going to be in different signs. So all the elements are going to be ignited during this year, because we're going to have the Aquarius air eclipse, okay, solar eclipse in Aquarius. Then we're going to have the lunar eclipse in Virgo. Then we're going to have a solar eclipse in Leo, fire energy. Then we're going to have a lunar eclipse in Pisces. You know what I'm saying? So all of the signs this year in general. So I think that January is definitely, thank you, y'all. New music coming, okay? I'm gonna post another snippet of that song, actually tonight. I have a song coming out soon, y'all. I got back in the studio. That could be very, very significant for this collective as well, okay? I'm sitting here resetting my Venus Day altar. But I definitely think that a lot of y'all could recognize that January, very stereotypically, is launching something new for y'all. Y'all could definitely be getting deeper into your own personal projects. I just seen this card. The other ones are still on the floor. Okay, but the general energy of January, you'll have the Sentinel. Okay, it literally says determination and certainty. Okay, so there could definitely be some things that y'all were like dreaming of, you know what I'm saying? Some like stuff that y'all had to like let go of because of like life shit started happening, you know what I'm saying? Like shit be happening. You know what I mean? So I feel like some shit started happening. And I definitely think that maybe y'all feel like you kind of got like knocked off your block, okay? The show on my block could be very, very significant for this collective, but I definitely feel with the Sentinel, okay, I definitely feel like January is an energy to where you're feeling protected enough to go after your dreams and do what it is that you want to do, okay? I could definitely be getting deeper into protection, or if you're watching this, I highly suggest that you get deeper into protection. This is reminding me of Evil Eye as well as Madame Morrible from the Wicked series, okay? So I definitely feel like for someone else, could be like a teacher, it could be like a mentor, it could be someone who's like trying to help you in some type of way, okay? That could definitely be very, very significant. But I strongly feel like I'm just kind of like the pupil. There's definitely somebody, there's like a lot of energy on you. You know what I'm saying? There's people who are very interested in what it is that you have going on during the month of January, okay? So whatever it was that you used to, like, people may have like known you to do a certain type of thing, but you kind of fell off of that because life had to happen. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like now you're getting back into it and you seem more protected and more shielded, you know what I'm saying? This also feels like ancestral protection, okay? Like this is a determination and a certainty towards your pathway because you took some time for like spiritual growth. So January is definitely a lot going on having to do with like, once we hit Aquarius season especially, okay? Like we're very much so, I count that as like the eclipse season, okay? Like we're active now, you know what I'm saying? Once we get into the actual zodiac season of when that eclipse is happening, or like a couple weeks, well, really I say a couple months prior, you know what I'm saying? Y'all. But I really feel like January for y'all, I'm finna pick up these ones, but January, the Sentinel, determination and certainty. Okay, a lot of y'all could also be getting back into your habits when it comes down to like your altar work. Okay, I could get back into like your spiritual protection. Okay, that could be super, super significant here. Okay, a figure stands at the gates. Okay, faceless in their armor, hidden by their great shield. The Sentinel is the pinnacle of guardianship. They know the value of what they protect and what they will give in order to keep it safe. Okay, they have their orders and they will not leave their post no matter what comes to pass. Okay, so yeah, y'all feel very, very connected to spirit. This is feeling very divinely guided. Okay, confirmation. This is feeling very divinely guided. You may feel some dramatic changes before the end of January, to be honest. Okay, like you're gonna know that things are, hi Amy, you're gonna know that things are very much so spiritually protected at work, but these patients can wait. Amy, you have me crying, okay? I definitely think that January, like I said, y'all are protected. Okay, for some of y'all, this could literally be like spiritual protection. Some of y'all are casting protection or having it cast for you, whatever the case may be. The Sentinel is a representation of extreme focus during the month of January for y'all, okay? Of security and knowing your position and purpose in the world. So y'all got past whatever these old obstacles were, whatever that heaviness was. And let me go ahead and see. Yeah, The Sailor, New Influences, Wanderlust. Okay, the song Houseway by Summer Walker featuring Sailor could be very, very significant. Okay, I definitely feel like y'all had like a lot of like, y'all had traveling to do. Okay, y'all had some bumps in the road possibly when it came down to like traveling. Maybe you got sent to a different state or a different country or a different this or a different that. You know what I mean? And like things were just really unsteady for y'all for a second, or maybe just like it was just a lot. Okay, for some of y'all, it also has to do with like the wanting to be in a new place. Okay, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But I feel like life just started distracting you from being able to feel stable in where it is that you're at. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like I got shipped off too, girl. I understand. The Sentinel is a representation of extreme focus, of security and knowing your position and purpose in the world during January. It may feel as though forces have been conspiring to tempt you away from your goals, okay, especially during Sagittarius season. November and December, you could have definitely felt a heaviness in your life, okay, and people trying to, this literally says, do not let yourself be swayed, which once again gives me Houseway by Summer Walker and Sailor, okay, Aries energy. And I'm not sure what sign Sailor is. Yeah. It may feel as though forces have been conspiring to tempt you away from your goals, but do not let yourself be swayed. Balance unexpected situations with rational thought, and the outcome will be worth 100 times any distraction that might befall you. But that's January energy in general. That's Capricorn, Aquarius. The entire month of January is Saturnian ruled. You know what I mean? So I definitely feel those little balance unexpected situations. Like I said, that unexpected energy is that Aquarius eclipse energy coming, especially once we get into Aquarius season, which is the sign of surprises. You know what I'm saying? Uranus is the planet of surprises. Like, there's just a lot that goes on there. Okay, the name Caleb could be significant. Birthday cake could be significant. Mind you, we're T-minus 16 days to my 27th birthday. But real Capricorn shit. But I definitely feel as though, yeah, y'all, this is like y'all being like tested this month, and like not necessarily in a bad way, but this is just like y'all shields are being tested. Okay, so like I just feel as though y'all are feeling very, very protected. Okay, and I do think it's going to be a lot of like major changes that on account of all these cards falling on the floor and the fact that we're getting close to eclipse season. Okay, so just make sure that rational thought is that Saturnian energy. Okay, this is you thinking shit through. Okay, instead of crashing out. You know what I'm saying? And understand, let your protection work for you. Don't burst through the walls in order to get to somebody who's trying to get to you. You know, the outcome will be worth 100 times any distraction that might befall you. Okay, so in terms of distractions, okay, hold on. Let's see what distractions might be befalling. Oop, don't want to carry this. Let's see what distractions might be befalling. Like I said, I was resetting up my altar. One of my altars. I have a bunch. But I feel like that's cute. Don't want it on the left side. Like even when I say like distractions, okay? I definitely feel as though some of y'all recently could have been redecorating your home, okay, moving stuff around. I like that better. Moving stuff around, okay, doing different shit. Hi, Happy New Year. We love to see it. So yeah, y'all, thinking rationally during the month of January, okay, making smart decisions and not letting your emotions get the best of you, okay, moving real Saturnianly, especially as we get closer to Saturn fully being in Aries, you know what I'm saying? I definitely think that this is that time period of you just like being for real about what it is that you want. What are these distractions? Needing to let go, throwing shit away, getting rid of your ex's clothes and your ex's stuff, okay? Letting go of old shit, past people, you know what I'm saying? Also letting money slip through your fingers could also be a distraction, okay? But this is about you like cutting like folks off, okay? Or like cutting cords, okay? Or letting shit be over for real, letting shit be done. You know what I'm saying? This is a reality check, okay? Especially once we get to Aquarius season, especially if you have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, emphasis on the Aquarius, and then also heavy on the Libra, but emphasis on that Aquarius. Really, actually all of them, but emphasis on that Aquarius, okay? I definitely think that this is you like letting go of what doesn't serve you. In the month of January, especially once we get to the 19th, okay, which is the start of Aquarius season, the 19th on to the rest of January, the 31st, and really into February and beyond. But I just feel like the distraction had to do with you like letting go, especially like financial ties that you had with somebody, okay, business things that you had with somebody, whatever the case may be. So general energies in January, we have the botanist, okay? So parenthood and legacy, all right? This came out separate from the other ones. So definitely the name Jill could be significant, all right? Y'all definitely could be like running into people from the past during January, or like hearing something about like old friends, okay? College friends, high school friends, people from the past, okay? The botanist, okay? Parenthood, okay? Break from Dallas by Cash Page could be significant. She's a Capricorn as well, okay? So the botanist, parenthood, and legacy. Okay, you might hear some stuff about some hometown shit or some people from the past. Okay, but this has to do with, some of y'all could also be like getting into like gardening, plants, okay, things of nature. But others, y'all could be finding out that you're pregnant, okay, or finding out that someone around you is pregnant. Baby showers, families starting could be very, very significant. This is a card of parenthood and legacy. You could be spending a lot more time with your parents, okay, or maybe your relationship with your own children could definitely be something that is like blooming and flourishing right now. There are major changes having to do with parents, okay? This could be grandparents as well, okay? And legacy, that also has to do with like inheritance, okay? Things being passed down, shit like that. That could all be very, very significant, okay? Yeah, Roto Cross-Eyed could be significant. I believe this is Roto Cross-Eyed, not Roto Night. But, don't want that right there. No, I don't like that. But yeah, I don't like that either. So I'll figure that out soon. All right. But I definitely think that y'all could definitely be like reconstructing some sort of relationship with a parent. There could be some huge changes in regards to the relationship that you have with a parent, okay? and the legacy that you leave on. This could have to do with y'all taking more pictures, okay? January, tomorrow, we have the full moon in Cancer, which is literally about like motherhood, family, okay, parenting, all right, your legacy, your bloodline, okay? So January definitely is that theme. Cancer energy is motherly energy, and Capricorn energy is father, get it done energy, okay? So there definitely is a need to be like serious, okay? Confirmation, need to be serious with the idea of like your own parenting or your relationship with your parents, okay? And also the idea of like what you're leaving for your kids, okay? If that applies to you. So the Two of Wands, all right? You're going to have some sort of choice to make, a big choice, okay? There's definitely a need for you to protect yourself, okay? And if you are a parent, this is the need to protect your children. Put some extra protection over your kids at this time, okay? Because like I said, the Aquarius energy, social media could definitely become like a danger, okay? It already has been a danger, but social media, if you have kids, make sure that you're like, not saying monitoring your social media, but just like there could be some weird stuff going on online or social media wise, okay? Because Aquarius is the sign of social media, okay? But I definitely think that this is the idea. Some of y'all could also be making a decision to move, okay? Out of protection for your family, for your kids. But for others of y'all, this has to do with you kind of like recognizing that your own parents may have been a little like rowdy or like a little bit mixy when it came down to how they communicated with you. Like, it caused you to be defensive. You know what I'm saying? Moving. Confirmation. Congratulations. I definitely think that you're going to recognize something during the month of January about like your relationship to your own children, or like your relationship to your parents, particularly your mother. Okay, so when it comes down to it, like in that Page of Pentacles, I definitely feel like with that parenthood, some of y'all could be finding out that someone is pregnant. This could also have to do with a child of y'all's, okay? Especially Capricorn towards Virgo, like starting something new. It could be going to college. It could be starting a new, like basically getting ready for graduation. It's something like that, okay? Or y'all could just be finding out that somebody has been born, okay? But yeah, this also just gives like new beginnings. Like I said, long term. This has to do with like will, okay? Like writing wills, inheritance, okay? Life insurance, okay? Starting a college fund, okay? Things like that could all be very, very significant. Okay, and with the botanist, okay, this is the idea of like growing something with your hands, okay? Beneath the thick glass panes of the greenhouse, sounds of the outside world are muted. Humidity hangs in the air in a heavy veil of mist, and all around you are plants, vibrant green leaves, exotic flowers, and pungent herbs growing their steady secret lives, okay? The secret life of bees could be very, very significant, okay? Bees in general could be significant for y'all during January. Take them as a sign, okay? Deep in the heart of this jungle, okay, the band Jungle could be significant. Casio by Jungle. I'm not sure which one on the replay 2025 Casio was. I think was Leo and Sagittarius, okay? The botanist inhales the aroma of fresh earth and presses a seed into its depths, ready to see what life it will lead, okay? So yeah, there's definitely like your children, okay, or like your parents, okay, and like your relationship to them as their child could definitely be very, very significant, okay? They have like a heavy stake in your life, or you have a heavy stake in your kids' lives, is what this is feeling like, okay? The botanist is a parent, a nurturer, a giver of life, okay? By providing the right environment, they bring everything, intentions, material gains, even people into fruition, okay? What you do now, what you do during January creates a legacy for those who come after you, okay? So this is literally stuff that you can like share with your children, okay, in the future. Like this is you starting something that's going to be very, very long lasting, okay? So having to do with like your kids, your legacy, for somebody else could be photo books, photo albums, okay, like starting a tradition, okay, or like something financial, monetary, like I said, life insurance, okay, like college funds, paying for something, you know, getting like, this could be getting your kid a car. This could be something that's like an investment, you know what I'm saying? But just like protect your children, because I feel like there's some sort of like weird ass energy that's coming, especially when it comes down to social media, okay, their friendship groups, social media. The bees have been showing out, okay? The weather down here in Texas is very interesting. They took a second away, but I don't know. The song Been Away by Brent Faiyaz could also be very significant. What you do now creates a legacy for those who come after you. Take what you have learned from the botanist before you and become the next to embrace that role. This could also definitely be y'all getting deeper into your ancestral and spiritual practices, okay? Starting something new that you're going, hi Taylor, starting something new that you're going to pass down to your children, okay? So like I said, this is like traditions, okay? You're getting deeper into that. So y'all could be creating a journal. This card is for you and for those who have nurtured you into who you are today, okay? So like I said, this is relationships with like your parents, okay? Grandparents, okay? Or like your kids, all right? So these cards came out together for January, okay? So we have the Champion, Achievement, and Downfall, okay? but achievement is upright. Okay. New projects and learning. Okay. Period. New projects. And I say determination and certainty. So y'all are feeling very determined towards like achieving something. Y'all could definitely be starting something new, putting something new out there. I have beginner plans for getting to my green thumb era, period. But we just had that botanist too. Achievement, downfall, new projects. And then we have the diviner in reverse, divine timing and evaluation. Okay, in reverse. All right, so definitely during January, there could definitely be something that you don't necessarily like see coming. That divine timing gives me the I almost said the world card, but I meant the wheel of fortune. So I'll also take that. This gives me like some sort of cycle that needs to be completed in order for you to move forward. Okay, so January, you're going to be shutting something down. Okay. You're going to be shutting something down. And I feel like that something is definitely going to be shut down before the end of Capricorn season. Okay, January 19th is the switch over. So between now and January 19th, I definitely feel like there could be some sort of like ending to a major cycle. Okay. And I definitely feel like you could definitely start some sort of like new project. Okay. Or you could be getting deeper into your bag, learning how to do something. Okay. But what is this cycle that's ending? This could have been like you going against divine timing, okay, or trying to speed it up or slow it down, okay. Walnuts could be significant. The name Walkins could be significant, okay, or Walker, okay. Walker, Texas Ranger could be significant. What is this cycle that needs to close before Capricorn season? Literally, King of Pentacles in reverse, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. This could have to do with a man or masculine in your life. Okay, it's got to do with poor. This is got to do with poor financial decisions. Okay, addictions, bad habits, spending money on stupid shit. Okay, being unreliable. All right, like this is just like not taking shit seriously, not being determined. Okay, like not thinking shit through. You're not being grounded. You know what I'm saying? Not thinking about shit for the long term. Being devilish in your ways. Okay. Or this is somebody else. This could be somebody with devilish ass ways. They could have an addiction. They could be a gambler, a smoker, drinker, some of that nature. This is somebody who's unreliable or somebody who is broke, okay, energetically or literally, whatever the case may be. It could be someone who is misogynistic. They have shitty views and values. You know what I'm saying? Like they're ungrounded all around. That shit got to end. For some of y'all, could be a father figure. There's that sun. I kid you not. I was seeing the sun right here. I'm telling y'all, Capricorn season before January 19th, that cycle is going to be over, okay? Over. Somebody ungrounded, okay? But this is for the best, okay? So whatever that cycle is, it was always meant to be, just because like right now you need to be focused more on some long-term shit. You know what I'm saying? This is about being focused on the long-term shit. Okay. So I definitely feel like there is going to be something that is very beneficial for your career. Okay. Very beneficial for your karma. Okay. Like getting through some sort of heaviness. Okay. About unreliability. Okay. And lack of stability. That could be some karma that's playing out right now, but I feel like it's all the best. There could definitely be some light shown down upon your career. Okay. Your job, your business, your aspirations, and also your public image. Okay, it could definitely be somebody who has a shitty public image, or they only care about their public image, you know what I'm saying, but they're shitty inside. Okay, hopefully this is not you. All right, it doesn't feel like it, but I definitely feel like with this, whatever this cycle that's ending before Capricorn season is done, this sun energy is, this is, yeah, this is good. Ooh, the Six of Wands, success. No, truly. All right. And there's that wreath. I always think of Christmas. Okay. So Capricorn season is very, very successful for this collective. Okay. Ace of Wands. Yes. Y'all are also, because y'all are very, very protected. Y'all are able to like start some new shit. This is new projects. This is learning. This is creativity. This is new passion. When Neptune gets into Aries, that could also be very, very significant for y'all. This could be y'all feeling more divinely inspired, getting creative ideas from spirit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this has to do with y'all needing to break up or separate from somebody, or you and somebody just like not getting along. This could also have to do with people disagreeing with like your relationships. Okay. But yeah, there's a toxic cycle that has to stop before you move forward. Okay. Yeah, it's also about messiness. For some, it's got to do with like homophobia, queerphobia. For others, y'all, this has to do with like domestic issues in the home. Okay. Arguing, messiness, pettiness, but that shit's going to be exposed. Okay, before the end of Aquarius season, okay, in February, okay, I'm just saying. So I'm gonna read that diviner in reverse, okay, with wherever the fuck that's at. That's the wrong one. Okay, there we go. Okay. Thank y'all for tapping that screen, okay? So you find yourself without a long-term plan, lacking the vision that will help you lay the path to happiness. Real Capricorn season shit, okay? This is about the long term, all right? So during January, like this is y'all being more determined, more clear, more determined and clearer on what it is that you want to do, okay? So y'all are going to be achieving what it is that y'all set out to do. Y'all's achievements, y'all are being very successful. Y'all are very goal-oriented during January, okay? And you're recognizing now like that not having a plan is that King of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So that just doing shit off the cuff, okay, not working. Cuff It, the remix by Beyonce, the Weather remix could be very, very significant, okay? Virgo energy, okay? This could also have to do with that eclipse that we're coming up on March 3rd. Lacking the vision that will help you lay the path to happiness. Think about what is holding you back. What is stopping you from making the plans that will lead to your own fulfillment? Whether it is a person, a feeling, or a physical barrier, address it now. Okay, we talked about it. Okay, it's especially a person. Hi, Jada. Especially a person. Okay, feeling, physical barrier. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, y'all. It's also do with like bad habits. Okay. Bad habits, bad eating. Okay. I very much so feel like y'all are going to be very like attractive. Okay. Y'all are very attractive during Capricorn season. Okay. It is the devil. But y'all are very, very attractive during Capricorn season. Let's see if any of these. There's 2, 3 of these. Yeah. Y'all have a lot going on from the same suit. Which suit is that? From the academy, y'all. School, education, learning, okay? Even if you're being self-taught, you're teaching yourself how to do something. This is about development. This is about growth, okay? Also, like, rolling the dice. Y'all could be getting deeper into divination. Y'all could be getting deeper into your intuition, okay? Surrounding the court is a ring of libraries, temples, schools, and businesses that are collectively known as the academy. Y'all are getting shit done. This is a time of people see you. You know what I'm saying? The buildings here are large, practical construction separated by spacious roads and flourishing shops, okay? Carefully pruned courtyards proudly display statues of some of the city's most notable figures. So, yeah, it's going to also have to do with, like I said, you're very, very protected. You're very determined. Y'all could definitely be put in places, in rooms, okay, where people, like, where there's business opportunities, okay? Your money, your finances, okay? Cards in this suit represent personal growth, okay? During January, your personal growth, aspirations, okay? And these are all upright as well. Lots of personal growth, lot of your aspirations, okay? And your personal development, all right? Balance is important here, all right? Those in the academy are aligned with the element of air. So like I said, for air signs, especially January, for this collective, if you have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, especially Aquarius, okay? Like, this is a very transformational month for you, okay? Always in constant movement, air strives for knowledge, for growth, and higher consciousness. So this is going to be a very fast-paced month. There's going to be a lot going on. Air is the embodiment of change, refreshing, and cleansing, okay? Because like I said, y'all are releasing some things from 2025 still, okay? And that heaviness, all right? When caged, you quickly become stale and listless. Academy cards require looking at things from fresh perspectives during January. That also gives me that Aquarius energy and trying new courses of action to keep the mind flowing. Okay, so new shit, it's some new shit going on. Okay, definitely some new shit going on. So what is going on in love and relationships during the month of January? Thank y'all for tapping the screen and for giving me a thumbs up if you're here on the tube. If anyone's interested in personal readings at the end of this live, readings are $20. My list is open. So yeah, what's going on in love? Okay, love and relationships. Okay, love for the people. We'll do singles first. Love for singles. Okay, love for singles. Y'all got the Sailor in reverse. Okay, so that could also give me, like, because we pulled that a minute ago for general, but it was upright as like a blockage. Okay, so I feel like there's some sort of blockage that y'all have like worked through. Okay, if you're a single person in January. All right, and this is that solar eclipse. That solar fucking eclipse in Aquarius is affecting y'all's relationships, okay? Aquarius is a distant sign, okay? As an Aquarius Venus and an Aquarius moon myself, it could be perceived as very cold, as very distant, okay? It could be perceived. Isn't this so cute? Amy sent me all so many cute crystals, okay? But I say that like, you know, Buddhism is cute, but this stone is very cute. But I definitely think that For love and relationships, the Aquarius energy there is getting y'all's love and relationships a little twisted, Okay, you may feel kind of like distant. This could be a canceled trip to see somebody. It may not be a good idea, singles. Okay, girl, me and my cousin call you Miss BTA, all that earth and air. Okay, big belt to ass. Okay, but seriously, the Sailor. This is that Aquarius eclipse, y'all. It take this extra if you have Aquarius placements in your chart. Or Leo placements in your chart, okay? Aquarius or Leo placements, okay? It's y'all. It's our time. It's our time. Am I gonna put this on top of that? Is that cuter? That's cute. I can do a little something with that. Yeah, that's cute. Okay. Yeah. Things may feel a little belted ass with y'all relationship wise. This is not necessarily giving me. I do think that there's a blockage that y'all are working through having to do with that Aquarius eclipse, okay? But with new influences and wanderlust, okay, there's this energy of being careful, okay, about who it is that comes into your life romantically, all right, during January, all right? Because just know things are ecliptical, so there's lots of like karmic people, okay, especially when Aquarius is a sign of like humanity, okay, and shit like that, okay? So with the Sailor, a storm has grounded your ship, leaving you feeling trapped and restless. So yeah, I got Aquarius and Pluto and Neptune, period, okay? Because, where's my, yeah, Neptune, my Neptune's in Aquarius too. I think it's like a good like however many year chunk of us who should have it as well. But these are also large changes. And mind you, Pluto's in Aquarius right now. Okay, so there's huge changes that are being shot off whenever we have this solar eclipse in Aquarius, Pluto's in Aquarius, all these other placements and transits are going to be happening in Aquarius. So there's going to be a huge shift in the world having to do with like humanity, you know what I'm saying? And being a humanitarian, okay? And as well as like what's right and what's wrong, okay? New ideas, technological advances, shit like that. And I feel like in y'all's relationships, okay, singles, a storm has grounded your ship, leaving you feeling trapped and restless. A difficult time may lie ahead in regards to your romantic relationship. So even though you're eager for a change of scenery or a new venture, so some of y'all may want to like go new places to meet somebody, or like you want to date somebody, want to have a little, a little fling, a little 1-2-1-2. Now might not be the best time to pursue it. Okay, you heard it here first, folks. If you're single during January, okay, January is not the time to be starting a new relationships with nobody, as we have this Aquarius ass eclipse. This is about detaching from other energies, like, but still remaining connected, if that makes sense. Okay, so being able to know yourself and feel comfortable with yourself, being okay with being alone but not lonely. Okay, for singles, January is not the time for love and relationships for y'all watching this, okay? Now might not be the best time to pursue that. Don't make a break for freedom at the first opportunity. Acting made impulsively now won't work out in your favor. We're back to that. Capricorn energy is not one for like, and that's what most of January is, you know what I'm saying? Capricorn energy is not one for just like doing shit for no reason, you know what I'm saying? So this is the idea. If you just do shit because you're bored of being single, like that's not going to get you anywhere, you know what I mean? So I definitely feel like for singles, yeah, avoid a tower moment. This is the idea. Heed the warning. Avoid some bullshit happening, okay? Avoid some bullshit happening, all right? This might continue into Pisces season, to be real with you, because we're going to have the eclipse that happens on March 3rd, okay? So really, this might really go through like February, March, okay? Singles, this is just not the time. Let the eclipses roll out what they're going to roll out. Let them do what they do, okay? Because this is going to come in due time. That Four of Wands, that happiness, that stability, like in love and relationships, that's going to come. But some of y'all need to focus more on like your personal, like your move, like maybe you're moving to a new community, a new space. You have other shit to focus on, okay? And for others, y'all, this literally is just like, it's just not time. It's not time, okay? It's just not time. Leo season could be very, very significant, okay? When we have the other eclipse, all right? But literally the back of the deck, Star in reverse, Justice in reverse, somebody would do you dirt, okay? Be very cautious of the people that come around. Somebody could definitely do you dirt. It's time for you to remain single, okay? Especially through that Virgo eclipse as well, because neither of those are very warm romantic eclipses, to be real with you. Aquarius is distant, You know what I'm saying? And Virgo is hermit to yourself, you know, got a lot to focus on, moving college expenses for kid geese. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like there's just, yeah, it's just not the time for this collective to be focused on love if you're single. If you're somebody who is talking to somebody, and then we'll do relationship, and then if you're somebody who's talking to somebody, okay, that's just the one taking your situationship card. Okay, during January, we have the aspirant, ambition, diligence, and setbacks. Emphasis on setbacks, okay? But this is in reverse. So honestly, like there's some blockages that are happening, some setbacks, okay? Mother Hecate could be significant. Some of y'all may need to do a blockage remover or blockage remover to love. Could be very, very significant in general, okay? As I'm putting my candles up. Okay. Is that cute? We'll see. We'll see. Is that cute? That might not be cute. I don't know. I don't like that. I might like that. I don't like that. Okay, but with the aspirant, this is also not the time. If you're in a situationship, this is not the time, okay? There are going to be some setbacks with you and this person getting closer together, okay? Because like someone is not able to receive right now, or really the both of y'all may not be in a position to like receive, okay? Like there's definitely some sort of big, I just seen this catalyst card, there's some sort of big ass, you have other responsibilities, okay? This is the idea of you focusing more on achievement, focusing on getting to the money, doing what you got to do, okay? Jocelyn Hernandez could be significant Scorpio energy. But if you are just, you know, speaking to somebody, you got a situationship going on, okay? You know, you're talking to somebody. This is an alternate future, okay? I'm telling you, the eclipses, that Aquarius energy is going, especially once Venus gets into Aquarius, big Venus return, okay? But once Venus gets into Aquarius, that's going to be like a very like, it's going to feel a little cold and a little distant for people who are not used to that. You know what I'm saying? I like whenever Venus is in Aquarius, but you know. January is an alternate future, one in which ambition and desire have turned into boredom and a lack of focus, okay? So we talked about needing more ambition, needing more desire. This is not the time to focus on your little bookie boo bear. This is time to focus on your money, okay? Your manyan, okay? Okay? De l'argent, okay? That's what you need to be focused on during January, okay? It is time to take a break from this person or from that energy or from how close y'all are. It is time to take a break and recharge without the pressure you put on yourself, or in this case, without the pressure that is like coming from another person, and without the pressure of like getting deeper in with that person right now. Downtime can also be productive, okay? Giving you energy to return to your goals once you've taken a breather, okay? So maybe you need some space. Okay, that Aquarius energy is going to require you to need some more space. Okay, I'm praying a job will come soon. Period. I'm praying for one. I'm praying that you get one as well. Downtime can also be productive, y'all, giving you energy to return to your goals once you've taken a breather. Okay, so we're back to that. If you're speaking with somebody, y'all may end up taking a break or creating some distance during the month of January, and that is okay because you have other shit to do. Okay, it was always going to happen that way. Okay, it was always going to end. Someone could be a Scorpio, okay? There could definitely be some sort of ending that happens between you and this person, or a major transformation. Y'all could feel anxious about the situationship, or maybe like shit is not feeling right, okay? But there is already some sort of ending that's going to happen, okay? Some sort of major setback. So there might be a need for you to like walk away because there could be some bullying energy or some inappropriate behavior. It's just a lot going on. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. 4 of Swords. Yeah, there's a need for you to rest. You need to take a break from this person, okay, during January. Y'all are going to need to take a break. This could also have to do with like exploring more options, okay, underneath, okay, or just like, you know, trusting into your intuition. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Emphasis on the Scorpio here, okay, but also emphasis on the Cancer energy. 9 page, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 of Cups. That Scorpio energy is super significant here, okay? Some sort of transformation or change that definitely has to happen, and there's definitely some more time that something needs to be like worked on, Okay, so things could definitely feel a little bit different during like Pisces season in regards to this person. Okay, but there's some sort of like change that has to happen. Okay, that Aquarius energy is taking precedence right now, and there's still some shit that the both of you have not fucking healed from. Okay, and it's not going to be fully healed from by the end of fucking Capricorn season. Okay, so yeah, that's just, I'm just the messenger. Okay, so lastly, if y'all are in a relationship, okay, where this is a you know, y'all are boyfriends, girlfriends, okay, or you're married, okay, if you are in a committed relationship, okay, or a relationship set in general, okay, y'all, all the relationship cards then came out in reverse. Okay, thanks. I was trying to find an excuse to leave anyway. All of these are in reverse. Okay, I got the Archer. Take this extra if you have Sagittarius placements, or this person has Sagittarius placements, or you and your partner could have had some shit going on during Sagittarius season, November and December. There could have been a lot going on. Okay, the Archer, biding your time. Also Chiron, I think, switched signs today, and maybe like into Aries. Okay, so your Chiron placement, there's some wounds, there's some healing, there's some shit that hasn't been dealt with. Okay, wounded healer vibes, biding your time and planning ahead. Okay, look into your Chiron placement if you're in a relationship, or the Chiron placement of your partner. Okay, with the Archer, this could be y'all kind of like getting a little like, I could be like hitting below the belt. Okay, there could definitely be some stuff being said that don't really got to be said. Okay, that could definitely be very, very significant. So watch out for that. You know what I'm saying? Watch out for that. Where is this cute at? This one gonna have to go, well, let's keep right there. Okay, so I definitely think that with this biding your time and planning ahead, emphasis on planning ahead. Okay, so there could definitely be like a disconnect in regards to like plans if you're in a relationship. Okay, or like maybe somebody's more serious about like y'all's dates and shit like that, and going places and traveling than the other person is. Okay, and maybe somebody starts to feel like the other has like ill intention, and I don't know, but just kind of taking like shots below the belt. Okay, biding your time, okay, and planning ahead. Biding your time and planning ahead, okay. Yeah, there could be like a lack of development or like a lack of growth, okay, that's happening here, okay, in a relationship. All right, something that you thought was planted, something that you thought planted isn't planting. For some of y'all, it could also trigger warnings have to do with like issues with y'all getting pregnant. Okay, some of y'all are having a hard time conceiving. That could also be causing some stress or strain in your relationship. Okay, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It says some arrows go astray. That's just life. Don't be disheartened when your plans go awry, okay? Learn from your mistakes and focus on the next arrow. So yeah, there could definitely be like a canceled trip or something that you were trying to do with this partner during January that's not going to work out. It's going to get canceled or rescheduled, okay? So don't be disheartened and take that shit out on your partner, and don't let them do that shit to you either. You know what I'm saying? But there's some plans that are going wrong. This could also have to do with like some wandering eyes just a little bit, y'all, okay? There could definitely be a need to talk about boundaries a little bit more with your partner, okay? Or with this person, or they're talking about it with you. The song Follow Your Arrow by Casey Musgraves could be significant. Leo energy is very, very significant here, okay? Especially when we get to Aquarius season. All right, so Sagittarius, Leo, and Aquarius energy are very significant here. All right, so some shit is not going to work out. Okay, what is the plans that are going left in regards to the people in relationships? What is this? Okay, is this a part? It's partially hidden. Johnson family vacation is significant. Okay, 7 of Wands in reverse. It could also have to do with like arguing, okay, defensiveness, okay, protection, okay, whatever this is, it could be out of protection. Ace of Swords, okay, miscommunication, shit going wrong, okay, cutting somebody off. All right, yeah, this could also have to do with like setting boundaries, like old friends, people that you've been thinking about but you didn't want to. Okay, but yeah, whatever this disconnect is, the plans were going that way and your intuition kind of knew that shit was coming. It's kind of happening to kind of tie up some loose ends, so y'all may get into it, okay, about like, y'all have a disagreement about like plans, okay, about what's supposed to happen, all right? So yeah, it's just not the time. There might be a need for y'all to kind of create some distance or some space, okay, just a little bit, like just in terms of even in like that moment, okay, like just don't argue back and forth, okay? I really feel like it has to do with the times, and this is something that is a toxic cycle that is going to be highlighted during this eclipse season as well, okay? Okay. So, also cinnamon could definitely be very, very significant. Sexy Solon by Mona Leo could also be very, very significant, okay? Where do I want to put this? I could put them right there. Okay. So let's see what's going on in money and career. Thank you for tapping that screen, hitting that thumbs up. If anyone's interested in getting a personal reading done, online readings are $20 for a full reading. My list is open. Let's see what's going on in money. What's going on financially? What's going on in money? Okay, okay, period. You have the orator. Okay, so communication and confidence. Okay, I'm also still hearing houseway. Okay, the name Riggs could be significant. Okay, that also gives me Rigby, Mordecai and Rigby. Okay, the orator, communication and confidence. Okay, so your money could definitely be coming in from you speaking. Okay, for some of y'all this is a podcast. For some of y'all it has to do with like creation, YouTube, whatever. It's got to do with like meetings. Okay, putting yourself out there, advertisements. Okay, shit like that. Networking. Okay, it's a big networking type of month. Okay, communication and confidence. Okay, so money's going to come when you put yourself out there. Okay, there's going to be like you're gonna have to open your mouth. Okay, like closed mouths do not get fed. Okay, and the opportunities, you don't want to let them pass you by. You know what I mean? You don't want to let the opportunities pass you by. Saffron can be very, very significant. Okay. That's cute, but I can also put that right there to fill the space. I'm not mad at that. Am I? I don't know if I like that. Okay, let's do that right there. Yeah. Okay. My final vote is over here. Okay, so the orator, okay, communication, confidence. For some of y'all, this is like singing. For some of y'all, this is like public speaking. Okay, for some of y'all, like I said, this is like putting yourself out there, advertisements, posting more. Okay, for others, y'all, this is like I said, networking. This is you just like being like closed mouths don't get fed. You know what I'm saying? So money is going to come. Okay, a lot of y'all are getting downloads. You're gonna know exactly what to say. Okay, cinnamon and honey could be very, very significant for y'all. That applies to you. Okay. Yeah, money and finances. Money and finances. Okay, money. The seats of the theater curve away on either side of you. Some of y'all are like entertainers, musicians, actors, actresses, okay, singers, performers. The seats of the theater curve away on either side of you, filled with a rapt audience waiting for the performance to begin. Yeah, people want to know, like you could be making money from like putting yourself out there, having conversations with people, talking to people. Okay, like I said, this could be a business meeting to get like a deal. Okay, or you know what I'm saying. This could be like getting new clients by communicating more, changing your advertisement, letting yourself be seen more. Okay, on the stage, a single figure clears their throat, okay, and begins their soliloquy, all right? Even when they're not performing, the orator speaks with complete confidence. Yes. So, yes, I've been networking more, got new clients. Confirmation, congratulations. Mercury is in Capricorn now. Big Cap Mercury, okay? It's my Mercury return. It'll be my birthday, okay? And my lunar return, and my Venus return. We love January. Okay, so I definitely feel like with Mercury being in Capricorn during January for the most of it, okay, this is definitely one of those times where networking and communication, Mercury likes being in Capricorn. This is about being very clear-minded, very business-oriented. This is about clientele, networking, business, you know what I'm saying? Deals, okay, branding, big meetings, okay, shit like that. All right. And I definitely feel like to make money during January. Okay. This is you being so confident. Okay. Yeah, the name Asia could be significant. Even when they're not performing, the orator speaks with complete confidence during January. They've never shied away from a public stage, but they're so used to reading from a script that sometimes they find themselves tongue-tied when it comes to thinking for themselves. Okay, so this is about you thinking for yourself during January and speaking for yourself, putting yourself out there, advertising yourself. You are the product, okay? Doubting yourself during January is only holding you back, okay? It is okay if you take a little longer to think about how to voice your needs and desires. Make sure that you're not lowballing yourself, okay? Ask for what the fuck you're worth when it comes down to money, okay? And finances during January. Ask for what the fuck you're worth. Do not lowball yourself, okay? And definitely long-term plan. Think, sit down, put it on paper. Think about what it is that you want out of what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? How you want to go about this. Put it on paper. Writing a script of how to ask for these things might even benefit you here. Be confident in taking up a space and letting your voice be heard. Hi, Zaria. That is how you're going to get monies during January, okay? Be confident in taking up a space, letting your voice be heard, asking for what the fuck you want, asking for what the fuck you deserve, okay? So yes, like financially, okay? Financially, this eclipse, that star in reverse. You been all right? How was your holidays? I've been good, girl. I had to reset. My holidays were really, really good. I hope y'all's were good too. How was your holidays? Y'all, that Aquarius eclipse, the shit is happening very fucking fast. Okay? So in terms of like making money, make sure that you're not around people, okay? Like I said, that King of Pentacles early, not around people who are not like, they're not confident. They don't know how to communicate, you know what I'm saying? Or like they have an issue with like proper, like, you know, healthy communication, you know what I'm saying? But I'm telling y'all, when it comes down to it, before Mercury switches into Aquarius, I think on like the 24th, 29th, something like that, 24th, there could definitely be some new business opportunities. This is happening very, very fast, okay? So there's lots of changes, okay? This could also have a lot to do with keeping your business life a little bit separate from a romantic partner, okay? That could be very, very significant as well financially, okay? I don't know. But when it comes down to career, ooh, okay, this fell in my sink, okay? I'm setting up this Venus day, resetting my Venus day, my Venus altar. But this fell in the sink, okay? So when it comes down to some of y'all down the drain, when it comes down to career, that could definitely make sure you're not like putting money down the drain, you know what I'm saying? Like wasting money, okay? Or just like, it could even be like subscriptions taken from you, okay? Automatic things, okay? He don't speak my language when we discuss the money. Yikes. Okay? When it comes down to the chiromancer, okay? When it comes down to the chiromancer, okay, this could have to do, also gives me chiropractic things. You could definitely, some of y'all could be in the medical field. Some of y'all could definitely be going to get a realignment or readjustment, okay. Also, this palmistry is very, very significant. Y'all could be getting into deeper forms of like divination. But regardless, when it comes down to career, the chiromancer delivering, this also gives me paying a lot of attention to like how the astrology of right now is going to be affecting your physical body. Okay, that's also going to do a lot for you in terms of your career, like how you're feeling towards things. Okay, but the chiromancer delivering news and collaboration, y'all. Didn't I just say collaboration? Okay, the letter C is very, very significant for money and finances, okay, and career during January. But the delivering news and collaboration, career-wise, you're going to be collaborating during January, okay? There's going to be good news that y'all are receiving during January, okay, about your career, about your money, about your finances. You have been determined. You have been working towards something. There is an achievement. Your new project is going to go very fucking well. The school situation is going to go very fucking well, okay? The career you're looking for, that you've been striving for, that's going to go very fucking well, okay? So there's good news that is coming to y'all, okay? And y'all been knowing, y'all been feeling it, okay? I've been good since I was in bed resting for most of the holidays and went line dancing for the rest. Come on, line dancing. Y'all could definitely be having fun during the month of January, like, but that's the thing is like, because you're putting yourself back out there, okay? So delivering news and collaboration, y'all are going to be collaborating with people, getting good news, okay? And also like finding better people to be around, okay? Like I said, that's what that Aquarius is. That's why we're not so focused on love and relationships right now. Aquarius is also the sign of friendship, you know what I'm saying? So there's just that idea of meeting new people, networking. Check your DMs, check your emails. Check your DMs and check your emails, okay? The chiromancer, okay? Some of y'all could be getting engaged as well. It could be very significant. Gentle hands take yours. Fingers dance across your palm, seeking out lines and hidden shapes. And when you look across at the chiromancer, there's a smile on their face, but behind it also hints of a frown. Being able to read the future is both a blessing and a curse, but it is a role that the chiromancer is prepared to fill. So also some of y'all could be getting career readings, okay? Hi! Let me check these emails as you should, okay? Okay. So when it comes down to this, I definitely feel like y'all could be getting readings, okay? This doesn't have to be for me. You could be doing reading yourself about your career, okay? Y'all could definitely be consulting a tarot reader, okay? A spiritualist, okay? A psychic medium, okay? Y'all could be going to a palmist, okay? To like get some advice about money and finances, okay? 1111, literally, make a wish, everybody. Okay. For the good of all, harm to none. Really feel good to me, harm to none. Okay. But I definitely feel like y'all could be going to a reader about money and finances during January, okay? That could be very significant because that's what Capricorn season is about. Oh, look, who's your favorite Capricorn stellium? It's me. Wow. Yes, yes. Capricorn sun. Yes. Capricorn rising. Yes. Capricorn Mercury. Yes. Aquarius moon. Yes. Aquarius Venus. Yes. Okay. The for the good of me is me as fuck. You know what I'm saying? However, yeah, y'all. This could also be about you using your own psychic gifts, okay, to like find out more about money and finances. Using your psychic gifts and your intuition, okay, using some form of divination, okay, in order to decipher some things about your career is going to be very helpful to you during January, okay? You have a message to deliver during January or something that you've been needing to say for a while, but it may not be a message that someone is ready to receive. Okay, so they can have to do with a career conversation, with a project that you're in, a work conversation, a job conversation. Okay, but you have something to say to the people. Okay, whether that's the people in the world, okay, or the people that you work with. Okay, but there might be some people who are not ready to receive what you have to offer. Be careful about how you deliver it and choose your timing carefully. The outcome may depend entirely on you. You could definitely be delivering some news about your career to other people. Okay, and you might recognize that some people are a hater. Okay, clarify is delivering news. What news are they? Are they the ones delivering the news? No, I feel like the news is going to be delivered to you. Okay, but just know that there could be some sneaky shit. There's a need for you to kind of keep some shit away from some people. It's messy. Okay. Yeah. There's like you're coming out of a hiatus. You could be posting again, coming back out. You know what I'm saying? Like I just started posting my music again, and there could definitely be some people wanting to be in your business about where you've been. Yeah. So yeah, keep these plans to yourself. Okay. Only focus on like balance and harmony. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Only focus that, okay? Because right now, like your long-term plans are still happening. Okay, that full moon in Cancer is also going to propel y'all forward as well. Okay, but just know that there's a need for y'all to keep some shit to yourself because someone's going to put some blockages in your pathway. Okay, Capricorn energy. Okay, Aquarius moon energy could be significant. I was just talking about my own. Okay, but that also gets me whenever we have the Aquarius fucking eclipse that's happening on February 17th. Okay, so yeah, that eclipse is also going to show you who you need to distance yourself from in terms of career. Okay, as soon as I say that, yeah, like this is like backstabbing. Okay, but like getting past some sort of situation. And look, the King of Pentacles is upright. Okay, so instead of that King of Pentacles in reverse that we seen earlier in terms of like who you need to let go of, okay, in order to move forward, this is y'all in terms of like career. Okay, like moving forward fantastically. Okay, long-term stability, long-term money, long-term wealth, getting your feet really in the ground. Okay, this is you collaborating with people, meeting a King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, man or masculine. Okay, or just an energy, somebody who's really about their fucking money. They're really about their shit. The name Lex could be significant. Okay, the name Grant could be significant. Okay, lightning strikes could be significant. Lightning bolts, Lightning McQueen could be significant. Okay, this could also be someone who is hooking you up with a vehicle, a car, transportation. I don't know, but there's somebody who knows their shit about money. There knows their shit about business. This person has a very solid reputation. This could be someone older than you, very mentor-like, but you are collaborating. Okay, and this is definitely, it could be a couple, but there's like people that are very fucking smart. There are people who know the business that you're in. Okay, there are people who are like good. It could be a couple. Okay. But y'all are meeting people. Page of Wands, Knight of Wands. Y'all are meeting people, okay, in terms of your career that are going to really like create a spark in you, okay? And you're going to feel a little bit nervous, okay, because you've been kind of like in your hidey hole for a while, okay? With that Devil in reverse, I strongly feel like before the end of Capricorn season, okay, y'all are going to have met some new people who are going to be very significant, okay? And things are going to change very quickly as we get into Aquarius season, okay? So yeah, y'all are having to recognize who you shouldn't be around in order, you know, to move forward. But like I said, like this is career-wise during January, collabs, meeting new people. One collaboration could lead you to a bunch of collaborations, okay? So yeah. So yeah, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and pull one more card of advice in regards to January, and then I'm probably gonna get up off of here, okay? But if anyone's interested in getting personal readings done, here on live readings are $20. My list is open. What advice do you have for the collective in regards to the month of January? What advice? Thank you, Spirit. What advice do you have for the collective in terms of the month of January? Stop. Be careful about what you're inspired by. Be careful about who and what you're inspired by. And there's that sun in the fucking reverse. Regardless, y'all need to know that January is definitely filled with that eclipsical ass energy. Okay. I forgot I had these more stones. Oh, okay. Cats could be significant. Puzzles could definitely be significant. Okay. Your advice. Okay. It's a stone wand, y'all. Your advice is literally make sure. Also, look up the spiritual meaning of cats. Cats could be very, very significant for y'all during January, or the musical Cats could be significant. Okay, which of course gives me Taylor Swift. She's a Sagittarius with a Cancer moon. Okay, the full moon in Cancer is tomorrow. I definitely think that y'all need to watch out for who it is that like you are inspired by, okay, and who it is that is inspired by you, especially if like you're being somebody's muse, okay, because somebody could definitely be trying to like play with you. Somebody could be playing mind games, okay, or like making shit more confusing than like it needs to be, or more confusing than it has to be, okay. There could be some weird shit going on. The song Mutt by Leon Thomas could be very, very significant, okay. Tape of Resonance, okay. Rhodonite could be significant, okay. Rhodonite could be very, very significant for y'all. All right. But yeah, dogs could be significant. I don't know. She said, take your time. What's the rush? New Orleans bounce could be significant. I said, baby, I'm a dog on my mind. She said, take your time. What's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog on my mind. I'm a dog on my mind. I get milk already, so bad in my abundance. I got trouble trusting. Gotta let my guard down for you. Not that worrisome. He said, let me vulnerable. You can break my heart if you want to. Y'all, there's some people during January who just don't like. Nah, and he mad as fuck you singing. He's spoiled. I'm crying. I just one got 3. I'm crying. Y'all, there could definitely be somebody who is like really willing to like risk it all. Like they don't really got nothing to lose. Okay, y'all need to be careful about some people who don't got shit to lose is what this feels like, okay? She said, take your time. What's the rush? Ooh, baby, I'm a dog. I'm a mud. Ooh, she said, take your time. What's the rush? Baby, I'm a dog. I'm a mud. I'm a dog. I'm a mud. There could be somebody who's very forward with you about who they are, but like maybe like they're just handsome or beautiful or charming, so you're not really listening to it like that. Okay, be judicious. Be very judicious about that. Okay, because I definitely feel like with this muse, okay, your advice about January is, like I said, just be careful in the environments that you're going to be networking and being around people, but make sure that you're not outside, like, you know, like doing too much, talking to the wrong folks, you know what I'm saying? It's also be like making sure you're not like too intoxicated outside, okay, too much drinking, too much smoking, or whatever it is your vices of choice are, okay? Watch out for that. Watch out for that, okay? But I definitely think that people are going to be showing their true colors to you, okay, in a friendship manner, in a social media manner, okay, in a networking manner, in a manner that has to do with groups of people, okay, and friendship. So generosity and naivety. This gives naivety, okay, and fake generosity, okay? It gives wrong, okay, with that solar eclipse energy, okay? And this also gives like people who are generous for like their own financial like gain, okay? This is like people in a very devilish manner trying to like play with you, okay? So be very like judicious about that. How the fuck do I get this to stay? Because it's cute right there. I'll figure it out. Oh. Okay. So yeah, I definitely just like watch out, y'all, okay? Flower agate could be very, very significant. Okay. Also, some of y'all egg cleanses could be significant. But yeah, this is 3 of Cups in reverse. So like I said, you will be out or like socializing or networking. Just be careful about those environments that you're in. Okay. The state that you're in. Okay. As well as like who is like taking such a deep interest in like your growth and your character and who it is that you are and shit like that, okay? Because like it's sometimes be on that bullshit. These doing egg cleanse been a minute. That's real, okay? Just be judicious, okay? Generosity and naivety, okay? There could definitely be some people that be careful. Also, this is not the time for gambling, y'all. All right, don't make risky decisions, okay? Don't make risky decisions, okay? Especially with like your money, your finances, your career, okay? So, okay. Final message of advice before I hop on off here. This is my final call. If anyone's interested in getting a personal reading done here on live, readings are $20. My list is open. Let me know. So yeah, y'all, a dream is a wonderful thing, but don't get too wrapped up in it during January, okay? A dream is a wonderful thing, okay? There are going to be lots of solid career opportunities and shit like that, okay? 11:22 on the clock. There's going to be a lot of new opportunities, but not everything that glitters is gold. What is that Janae Eiko song where she says not all that glitters is gold? I can't remember what the name is. Somebody let me know. Okay, horses could be significant, okay? Also, hors d'oeuvres could be significant. There's still danger. Be careful, y'all, about the situations that you're in. You don't need to go to every party. You don't need to go to every networking event. You don't need to, okay? You'll know the ones that you really need to. If there's a bunch of shit that's happening that's stopping you from getting to that one, sometimes you gotta take that shit as a sign. Confirmation honks outside. Okay? Confirmation, take that shit as a sign. There's still danger out there, and being too naive about the reality of the world can trip you up along the way. Capricorn is a serious ass, be for fucking real ass energy. Okay? So, yeah, there's still danger out there. Okay? Being too naive about the reality of the world can trip you up along the way. There's a balance to be found between optimism and realism. So they tell you to be realistic, okay? You don't got to be pessimistic, you know what I'm saying? But you can't be delusional either, okay? So the advice is that Aquarius energy is helping y'all see shit for what it really is. And even though shit can feel a little flowy right now, you know what I'm saying? It's like this is a time period for y'all to like be for real about the shit that you want. Be for real about the shit that you have going. Be for real. You know what I'm saying? For real could be significant. Yeah, this is about like releasing yourself from the ties that bind you, okay? Also, like there's definitely some people gossiping about you, okay? About like your work ethic or who you live with or a breakup that you just went through or like whatever the case may be. 5 of Cups in reverse, okay? Like these are people from the past, all right? And I feel like the eclipses are definitely finna bring some shit up, okay? Bring some shit up, okay? Be careful about that party. You don't gotta go to all the parties. There's some people who are really just like trying to fuck some, but you don't really recognize that because you just think it's a good idea. Now girl, am I gonna be victorious? Let's see, because we finna go to war. They be hurt. I say no a lot. That's real. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like this is weird. Like you need to focus on long term. Somebody's, like I said, relationships seem to be not the vibe for most people. Okay, in January. Okay, like give me my boots. Okay, like relationships are not the vibe in January. Y'all have other shit to focus on. January is one of those. Be for fucking real. The relationship shit is going to come a little bit later into the winter. Okay, but for the collective, it's just like it's not given. Okay, and also like y'all will be networking, meeting new people, business connections. Okay, business connections. Okay, but like the money on is there, especially putting yourself out there with confidence. You know what I'm saying? But there's definitely just the. You just need to watch out for who it is you're collaborating with, who it is that you out there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, any final messages of advice? And I'm off of here. I know I said that, but I'll put a different deck. Final messages. I also posted all the quick sign messages. Okay, those are on YouTube. Okay, as well as on here. Okay, all 12 signs are posted, but they're posted in elements. Okay, Gemini had a lot going on right now. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Final message of advice for January. How can I have the best January possible? And then I'll hop up off of here. Final call. If anyone's interested in getting a reading, let me know. Y'all, I just seen the Lovers in reverse a minute ago, and here's the Lovers in reverse in this deck. Okay, Alabasi Seppo, Union in reverse. This is the Lovers in reverse. Excuse me. Seriously, y'all, this is karmic partners falling out. Okay, because the solar new beginnings. Okay, this is people being exposed for that bullshit. This is falling out with people in a social manner. Okay, falling out with people in a social manner. Okay, so Alabasi Seppo has come forward to teach oneness in relationships. Okay, so good thing I love hosts and not trying to be a lover girl. Okay, so yeah, there with this oneness in relationships, this feels like separation in relationships. Not all relationships are romantic, and this card reminds you to look at your friendships and extended family too. Okay, so yeah, we've been talking about friendships and things of that nature. So y'all could be falling out with people, friends, family, okay, like people. Okay, if this card comes forward, you may need to ask yourself, who showed me what the structure of relationships can look like? Okay, so this is the idea of taking some toxic situations having to do with relationships away, friendships, communication. Okay, do I compromise my morals, authenticity, or happiness for others? Okay, that's y'all's advice. Ask yourself, do you compromise your morals, authenticity, or happiness for others? Is that your family that you're compromising for? Is that your partner that you're compromising for? Is it your friends, especially your friends? Okay. Yemoja, okay, Starseed, okay. We have Starseed at the back in terms of your advice, and I'm gonna hop up off of here. Okay, also y'all's divination is very clear during January. Okay, so Yemoja appears floating in an ancient galactic city, her giant iridescent tail flowing, multiple tiny stars surrounding her. She moved into space as the pole shifted, and she remains a cosmic Canna mermaid oracle. Okay, so moving into space as the pole shifted gives me that north node and that south node. Okay, that gives me the nodes. All right, so I definitely feel like y'all should really pay attention to like the eclipse cycles and where the nodes are. Okay, her tail is wrapped. Oh, she has remained in the depths of the universe, protecting those who are here for thousands of years. Her tail is wrapped in flowers and vines, and the fin looks like the canna plant leaves to propel her to higher frequencies. The veil above her, which separates the ocean from the land, contains a barricade of crystals that prevent certain frequencies from crossing. Okay, so protect yourself. Protect yourself. Protect your vibration. Cleanse frequently during January. Keep your protection. Capricorn is a sign of protection. Keep it up. Yemoja represents the ancient star beings who are coded with DNA to understand sound frequencies. Also, watch what you're listening to. Listen to my song. And return memories to those who are ready to activate their cosmic memory. When this card appears, it's time to be an active co-creator. Okay, so this is you creating with the universe and understanding that you have certain gifts and abilities that are also going to be waking up with y'all, waking up as we get into Aquarius season especially. Okay, so new gifts. Okay, y'all could have a lot of ear ringing and shit like that. Signs from spirit. This whole deck, when I said signs from spirit, just fell in the sink. Oh my gosh, some of these are wet. This whole thing just fell in the sink as soon as I said signs from spirit. Like, it just knocked it. So yeah, y'all's divination could get a lot more intensive, okay? And the signs from spirit are going to be a lot clearer, okay? So with that being said, I fucks with y'all a long way. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for tapping that screen. Ooh. And hitting that like button. Thrive Variety Tolerance. Somebody need a tolerance break. Y'all could be having some addictive patterns that are like rolling through, okay, from like generationally. Some of y'all need to take a tolerance break from smoking or drinking. Smoke Drink Breakup by Mila J could be significant, okay? And there's Osupavision, okay? So y'all need to take a tolerance break. And you have to drink more water, okay? We have the full moon in Cancer tomorrow, which is a super, super powerful energy, okay? So there's a need for you to kind of like take a tolerance break, of whether it's from nicotine or smoking or whatever the case may be. For one, for your lungs, and also for the idea of, so you can like feel clearer, okay? And see things in a clearer manner, okay? With that being said, I fucks with y'all the long way. I will talk with y'all later. Check me out at tarotteawkinny on YouTube. Or check me out at tarotteawkinny on TikTok if you're seeing me on YouTube. I fucks with y'all a long way. Bye.